let us look at what are the advantages of transfer function modeling. Now we can list like this. If at all, if you have integral differential equations with u of the given system, which are usually written by the governing laws. Now the transfer function is the best way and the easiest way of the model. So you can easily find the transfer function from the differential equations. You just applying the Laplace transform only. And also we are assuming initial conditions 0 in that case. Now again we know that the transfer function depends on only system component values. It never depends on input and output of the system. So input can be anything, output can be anything. So but the transfer function mainly look at it is going to capture the dynamics of the system components only. And in transfer function we know it is a ratio of numerator denominator, therefore we can find out the roots of the numerator denominator, which are nothing but the poles and zeros of the system. So we can obtain the poles and zeros very easily if you have the transfer function model. Now, so if you have poles and zeros, then we can easily analyze the system and also we can easily obtain the stability of the system. So there are powerful techniques available, conventional techniques which uses only transfer function model. So that is one of the greatest advantage with the transfer function model. And also we can find out the response of the system, any kind of input. You can give either impulse, step, ramp and so on. We can find out the response very easily. So these are the advantages. Now what are the drawbacks of the transfer function model? We know already we are assuming initial condition 0, so that can be taken as a drawback of the system. Though it is a drawback, but still all the conventional stability analysis techniques are applicable, equally applicable for the transfer function model. And other disadvantages, if you look at this LTI system transfer function model is applicable for only LTI system. LTI system means linear time invariant system. If it is a non-linear system, no, we cannot apply. If it is time varying system, again it is difficult to apply. So transfer function model is applicable for only LTI, so linear time invariant system. And also if at all if you have multiple inputs and multiple outputs, we can write the transfer function only for one particular output and one particular input, which means the transfer function representation applicable for only single input, single output systems. So we can also look at that if this is a system, when I say g of s is my transfer function, where c of s is output, r of s is input. Transfer function relates the input and output. It gives only information of input and output. If we want to take any intermediate variables information, which is not possible in a transfer function model. So these are the advantage and disadvantage of the transfer function model.